Alright guys, welcome back to the Raw March 26, 2012 show, and this was the go-home show for Mania. This was it. This was the last show, their last chance to sell the tickets for Mania, or the pay-per-view buys. And, I mean, they still have SmackDown, but let's be honest, Raw's the premier show.
It's pretty much most of the payoff's going to go down.
Yeah, they get...
on Raw.
That's where, I mean, most people watch Raw. It's where all the ratings are at. So they really had to bring it here. And overall, I have to say, I was kind of disappointed with this as a go-home show.
I think it started off pretty poorly for the most part. I did, honestly, the last part was interesting because I usually would never get behind John Cena, but I actually thought he actually took it home tonight, which really blew my mind. Yeah. Because usually I'm way more for The Rock, but overall it was kind of back and forth. I think it had some boring parts and then some pretty entertaining parts.
Yeah, I mean Cena was pretty awesome here tonight as far as the
he brought it to a pretty real level, I would say. Like I've never seen him do that before. So
I just think some of the match choices were kind of bad here. And I don't know, for the WrestleMania Go Home show, I thought it just lacked a little something. I'm not saying this was a bad Raw because the final promo was great.
Yeah, that was good.
And the opening match I thought was great. But it just felt like something was missing.
And there was no talking at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Did they do anything? Was it just straight to a match?
Straight to a match.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I guess I should go ahead and mention...
That's rare.
Yeah, that is rare. I guess I'm going to go ahead and mention that they did a thing at 8 o'clock, which was this Rock versus Cena once-in-a-lifetime show. And it was basically consisted of a montage of all the promos these guys have cut, like the video packages. They showed how they make Fruity Pebbles. It was it was weird, but it was pretty good too. Showed Cena doing a lot of the Make-A-Wish stuff, and I thought that was cool. It was just kind of a build for Mania, and I guess they just wanted to throw a little something extra out there. Raw actually started off. They had Randy Orton and Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan with AJ and Kane.
Interesting match.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I thought it was a pretty interesting turnout actually, but I guess
it was. This was good. I liked this match. I thought it was weird to see Kane
and D-Bry.
Yeah,
and there was some camaraderie with those guys. Kane actually helped pull D-Bry out of harm's way at one point. So
yeah, they worked as a team. They did the. I think Daniel Bryan held the arm while Kane kicked Sheamus at one point. And they were working like a team. It's weird because Kane's been this big monster for a while. Now he's in like a tag match, but it worked here. I thought it was okay. Sheamus is about to attack Daniel Bryan, but AJ gets in the ring. It stops Sheamus. Kane hits a choke slam on him, and Daniel Bryan gets a pin for the win.
Exactly. D-Bry looks good.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy.
Going into WrestleMania, you want the heels to kind of go over. That way Sheamus isn't just already beating the guy, and then at Mania he's just going to do what you already expect. So this is pretty good here. I thought this was fine. Then we have Michael Cole in the ring. He's got the Team Johnny shirt on. He says he was named the official commentator for Team Johnny Sunday. He brings Laurinaitis out, and Laurinaitis says his flag bearer is Vicky. He brings out Otunga, his captain. And then Booker T stands on the announce table, calls out Teddy Long, and he brings out Santino and Hornswoggle, and we get Santino versus Otunga. Yeah, this was
not much of a match. A-List looks really bad at the end of it. It's kind of ridiculous for the most part. And then Laurinaitis gets tripped over. Basically, Teddy pushes him over. This is Santino, whatever somebody sat down for him.
It was weird. They did this unnecessary finish where Hornswoggle gets in the ring. Otunga is at first he's waving Team Johnny's flag. Hornswoggle gets in the ring with Teddy's flag.
Okay. A-List actually grabs the pole, hits himself in the face, basically, and that.
He knocks himself out or something.
It looks really bad, but.
And then Santino cobras him and gets the win.
Yeah.
But like you said, Laurinaitis gets in the ring and they kind of push him over Santino.
It was. I feel like they kind of maybe just slapped that together, a little bit. Didn't seem like I had too much thought behind it.
This was kind of unnecessary. At least the flag on the rope thing, that was bad. But Santino is about to Cobra Laurinaitis. The Miz comes out, has a skull-crushing finale. And
yes, that's true. And Miz is now officially in with Team Johnny.
Yeah, and
after all that,
Laurinaitis actually says congratulations on joining Team Teddy.
Yeah, he was like Team Johnny.
Yeah, he corrected himself, but he did say Team Teddy.
It was an epic Laurinaitis slip up.
Yeah, this was a good slip up.
A good one.
Then we have a video package for Taker versus Triple H. They didn't do anything on the show to promote that.
Recaps, basically, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was all. This video package was like 5 minutes long, but I really liked it. I thought it was awesome. Showed Taker's career, him with the streak and early Triple H, and then just building to this. I thought this was a great video package.
Yeah.
So I thought that was fine too. Then we have Eve with Beth Phoenix versus Kelly Kelly.
Yeah. That's the setup for the Divas match, pretty much, with Menounos.
Yeah, it's Kelly and Menounos versus these two.
Then,
so
Kelly got the win.
Yeah, she tries to get a Hosky chant going.
Yeah.
Eve goes for a moonsault and misses. Looked really painful, actually, and Kelly wins with a roll-up. Then we have Punk versus Christian.
Yeah.
And before the match starts, Jericho comes on the Titantron.
Yes.
He does the same thing. He says, your father's an alcoholic. Your sister's got problems with substance abuse, and he found some stuff out about his mother.
She's really sweet. She's a great lady. She's a saint, really.
He says there is some decent people in your family, but he did find out that your parents were married after you were born.
So technically, he's a bastard.
And
kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, this was... I don't know. I thought this was a little bit weaker for a promo, but
I guess he unfortunately ran out of addictions in CM Punk's family, because
I guess so.
It would have been more convenient if somebody had a heroin addiction or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this sends Punk into a frenzy, though.
Yeah.
Christian attacks him from behind, but Punk just goes nuts on this.
And he throws on the what's it called?
The Anaconda Vice.
The Anaconda Vice.
He's
like snaps.
Yeah, he's beating him on the announce table and then elbows.
And they pull him off for a little while, and then he comes back and starts punching him again, and then throws it on again.
Yeah, he it's like Bastard
has the crazy look in his eyes.
Bastard was too much.
Yeah,
he's had it.
That put him over the edge.
I thought this was really good too. I thought the promo wasn't the best by Jericho, but I still think Punk's reaction really brought it. Shows he's ready for Mania.
Yeah,
and it's just going to be.
It has that real authentic kind of emotion behind it.
Yeah,
I think adds to it. It seems like they really do hate each other right now.
Yeah, I thought this was great stuff, and Punk he's ready to go fight this guy. Then we had Brodus Clay versus Kurt Hawkins.
Oh man.
I thought this was unnecessary for the Go Home show on Raw.
It absolutely was unnecessary.
Yeah. The only thing really to say is Brodus has a new hairstyle. It's kind of like.
And he has a pterodactyl or whatever dinosaur claw footprint on the back of his outfit.
Yeah, that looks like condoms.
That looks like 3 condoms strung together.
Brodus wins with Big Splash. We've seen this,
It was honestly,
times?
it was cool for about 2 weeks initially, and then it got played out. They took him away, and now he's back, and it's already played out again.
Yeah,
So
they got to do something. I see him doing the same thing at Mania, squashing somebody, and it's just going to be like...
I mean, there's no actual matches, though, between him and Andy. It's just a random jobber every time.
Yeah.
It lasts maybe 3 or 4 minutes at most.
Well, actually, they're actually to the point where they're repeating jobbers because he's already
that's true. It's always like Heath Slater popping up there.
And now Kurt Hawkins, who I think was his first match. So, they're just like restarting this entire thing. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Big Show versus Primo.
Okay.
This is where the announcers update us that Christian is out of the Team Johnny match after the attack by CM Punk, but I'll get into that later.
Yes.
Big Show wins with a chokeslam. Epico tries to attack. He gets chokeslammed too. Then Cody comes out.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he asks if Mania scares Big Show because he always fails, and he's going to make it so people... when people fail, they call it big showing.
Exactly. And he says, "What are you going to try to run up here and catch me?" It's like,
it's a water buffalo versus a cheetah or something.
Yeah.
And he tells him he's going to big show at Mania, and he's going to be the biggest fool on April Fool's Day.
Go take a big show in the bathroom.
Yeah. We have the Lord Tensai promo.
Yes.
A-Train.
Prince Albert.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah, what is it? Just kind of a like samurai kind of. I don't even know exactly.
I don't know either, but it reminds me.
That. Do you remember the wrestler with like tattoos like all up and down his like all of his body and his face and everything? Like, he was just this. I can't remember his name.
What was his name? I want to say Haku, but it wasn't Haku because that was
so.
With Rikishi, right? So.
Yeah. I think he might have been in WCW or ECW back in the day.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He had all the Japanese stuff tattooed on him.
Yeah, but anyway, okay.
So then we have the Bellas backstage arguing about which team is better.
This was good. Zack Ryder.
Yeah, Ryder shows up. For some reason, Drew McIntyre's in the background, way in the background, talking to somebody. But he insults the Bellas. They walk away. Eve shows up, says she forgives him, wants to know what hotel he's staying in, asks if he wants to stay at hers, and she says they'll celebrate after Mania. That was it, really.
Pretty skanky.
Yeah. We have Punk with Josh Matthews. Punk says, if you want to know how I feel, ask Christian. He's not off limits, but his family is. He says he's not a bastard, but he's the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah, but technically, he is a bastard.
Yeah, if that's true, I don't know. But,
yeah.
Then we have Mark Henry with John Laurinaitis versus the Great Khali with Teddy Long. This was really unnecessary.
It was a precision surgical battle between two behemoths.
Yeah, this was like Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Henry wins with the world's strongest slam, and the only thing I can say was at least it was short.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Got my hopes up that he was going to actually do it to Teddy Long.
Oh, yeah, he starts... Mark Henry starts yelling things at Teddy. Exactly. He's like, listen to me.
And then Johnny basically throws him in there.
Yeah, he just rolls Teddy into the ring, throws him into
and then gets him in position for the WSM.
Yeah, and...
But just doesn't do it, unfortunately, because...
Yeah,
he comes out, somebody...
They're kind of like talking trash, and then Team Johnny comes out, and then some of Team Teddy comes out, and they all start fighting. Kofi comes out, he jumps in the ring to save Teddy, but he gets the world's strongest slam. And then Henry's finally going to do it to Teddy. He's got him up, and then Booker T comes in.
Yes.
And he just goes off on him.
Unexpected.
Yeah, fights Henry off and joins Team Teddy. I thought this was good because Team Teddy, for God's sake,
dude, it's just a band of misfit freaks, basically. But God bless them, they're trying by the addition of Booker T.
Yeah, I mean, Booker T was a good addition.
He had some cred to it, so
it made me excited. I was like, oh my God, this is good. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Then we have the last segment, which The Rock comes out. He says people always ask him when he's coming back. His dentist, Betty White, he says she has Civil War pie.
Yes, I love that word, by the way. That's an awesome word.
Yes, that was good. He says he didn't know till last year here in Georgia. He says Sunday it's going to be the biggest match of all time against Cena, and then the fans are just really booing Cena here. He says Cena has become one of the biggest stars, but he's never seen anyone like The Rock. Cena comes out. He says he knows he's going to be booed at Mania. But Rock will never see anything like him, and he's listened to all the trash before, and he's still smiling. Yeah. And Rock's not the first to talk trash because the fans have been chanting, let's go Cena, Cena sucks.
Exactly.
And he's heard it all before.
Honestly, I thought it was cool how he confronted it like that, you know?
Yeah, he did the chant himself.
Yeah, I mean, he totally acknowledged it, I guess, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he says he always rises above it, and he always wins.
He does always win, actually. That's actually the truth, so damn.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I'm usually the biggest Cena hater out there.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I gained a little bit of respect for him, and it's in a weird way tonight. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he says some people hate him because they know he's going to win, and he's been an active member of the WWE longer than The Rock.
He said that. I had no idea that was true, but I guess that probably does add up by now.
I would think so, for sure, easily, but the one thing that I'm thinking is that just means that The Rock did more in a shorter time.
He really
stood out more.
I mean, it's true, man.
So that's kind of what I took away from that, but...
Yeah. And Cena was talking about like how it's been good times and bad times, and like back in The Rock, Stone Cold's era, Attitude Era, it was the peak, you know, and then they have had like the ups and downs since then, you know.
Yeah.
That was kind of the point he was making too.
And that is a good point because...
Even though The Rock's been gone, you know, doing like Hollywood and everything. I feel like he almost made The Rock look kind of pretentious tonight to a certain degree, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but I do know that the fans seem to kind of listen to this.
They did, actually.
And it seemed like they weren't chanting.
It was interesting, actually, so...
Yeah, they kind of stopped chanting Cena sucks for a little bit.
Yeah.
But he says that life goes on for The Rock after Mania, but for him, this is his life, and he's not going to let The Rock take it away from him. He needs to win. The Rock says it's just as important for him. People know he's not something. I don't know what he said here. They censored it. I have no idea.
Yeah, a lot of GDs going down. A lot of like needless swearing.
Yeah, and I mean they censored what The Rock said, so it was really pointless to even do the swearing if you can't even like figure it out. He says this is a house he helped build, and they know that Cena's never had an opponent he couldn't overcome till The Rock. They know The Rock's come back to beat Cena, and he's beat Hogan, he's beat Austin, and to be the best of all time, he says he needs to beat Cena, and on a personal level, he doesn't like Cena.
Exactly.
Cena says it doesn't matter what you think. And
that was good. That was gold right there.
Yeah, that was a good line. He says on April 1st, he will be the guy who wins, and then they kind of have a stare down, and the show goes off.
Yeah.
I was impressed by this.
Yeah, I like the ending, man. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a sort of a slow build up, but it turned out all right. So
yeah, they really brought it home.
Yeah, decent setup for the pay-per-view. Although I guess they will do a little bit of something on SmackDown.
Yeah, they'll probably just replay this.
They'll be showing clips of this again. So
yeah,
I don't know. I guess maybe do you think they'll add anything new to it at all?
Probably not with these guys.
No.
I think Cena Rock, they're just going to replay. Taker Triple H, they'll probably just play the video package again. And they'll just focus on Orton, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus on SmackDown. So, yeah, I don't expect any more big
that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, I think this was a wrap for Mania. They got everything set in stone. There's not going to be any more
everything's ready to go.
changes here.
And The Miz is on Team Johnny.
Yeah, that's something I was going to...
He finally made it on there. So. And Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
McIntyre. Enough, which I wanted to point out because... It's insane. Miz had to go through hell, multiple matches, all this stuff, and then what's his name? Drew McIntyre beat Hornswoggle one time.
Yeah,
it's pretty much his credentials.
That's the only guy he's beaten in months.
It's true. That's been the whole, gimmick he's had. So
yeah,
that's kind of ironic, I think.
The only thing I can think of, which I don't know if this is for sure or not, but when Drew McIntyre came out with no build, no big announcement, I was wondering if maybe Christian was really hurt.
Maybe he was, man.
Because why would they pull him out?
Because he's been injured. Maybe he re-injured something.
Yeah. I know he was out because of an ankle injury.
Christian's getting older too, so
yeah,
body's can't handle that shit anymore.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Because I really thought he was gonna be good in the match at Mania, and Drew. I like Drew McIntyre.
You like some Captain Charisma, so.
Yeah, I like Drew McIntyre, but I thought Christian just added something special.
Yeah.
But
all in all, I like Team Johnny, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm Team Johnny all the way too.
Thank you.
But are we forgetting anything? I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's all, honestly.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So that's your Raw Go Home Show review, and I hope you liked the review. And that's it. So
see ya.
Thanks for watching. Bye.